There's something about being fearless that makes you stand up a little bit taller.
Yeah.
And me walking out my house every day, I'm just like, I did it. I was like, sink or swim. I'm like, I don't care. I did it. No one can take that piece away from me that I saw this from start to finish. And that the Lord gave me this vision to see it through. And I did it. And I'll do my best to keep it afloat and to keep going. But if this doesn't work, I'm going to go back to my builder box, my Legos, and I'm going to build something else.
But it will work.
So we tell the stories to lift each other, give hope to push us further, and encourage one another.
On this episode of Behind the Scenes Beauty, we sit down and talk to celebrity makeup artist and founder of Billie Jean Body.
So my amazing New York makeup artist, Billie Jean, who's known all over the world, created this new product and I'm obsessed. It's this oil. It smells good, but it really, you guys, it's so good.
Billie Jean. Billie has worked with some of the hottest celebrities from Kerry Washington, Sheryl Lee Ralph, Renée Goldsberry, Nicole Scherzinger, Coleman Domingo, and Omari Hardwick. And in this episode, I discussed with him entrepreneurship and what went into launching his new body oil, Billie Jean Body. We also talk working in the industry and giving industry and professional advice. We also talk what we're obsessed with and much, much more. So grab your popcorn, you don't want to miss it. What's up? I'm Derek Monroe, the host of Behind the Scenes Beauty. You are tuned in to another episode. Today I have with me the amazing celebrity makeup artist, and he is now a brand founder of Body by Billie, or is it Billie Jean Body?
It's Billie Jean Body.
Okay.
And also the new co-host of Behind the Scenes Beauty.
Don't get it twisted. Billie Jean. What's up?
Hi, friend. Thank you so much for letting me co-host with you today. I hope this is like a standing seat that I get every week.
We'll discuss it. We'll see how well you do.
But test run. It's a test run.
It is definitely.
Clearly, I'm not dressed for this, but here we are.
So let's talk about that. The fact that so me and Billie were working with Renée Goldsberry today,
who's actually going to be on the podcast
yes,
very soon.
Yeah, she's going to be on the show later, and so. I asked Billie to come help me because I don't like talking to camera by myself. I feel like I need someone to bounce off of. And so
who better than me?
Who better than him, because he wears me out in real life. So I figured might as well get it on camera. So Billie, one thing I want to tell the people, because a lot of people are probably wondering why there's so many gaps in my episodes, because most people, they churn these things out like clockwork. For me, it's a little different. It's a little harder. As you well know, we wanted to talk about the fact that you starting your business, how it goes in stages, and people think that it's easy, but it's really not what you think it is.
At all. It is a lot of work. So I can only, first of all, let me shout out every entrepreneur there is on the planet that has a business, a podcast, an idea, because it is so hard to see these things through. And when people get on these things, they're like, oh, it took me 2 years and 5 years and it was so hard. And I'm like, yeah, okay, maybe you weren't focused. No. They were focused.
Right.
It's hard to get up, to have the tenacity and the courage to just do this every day. It's a challenge.
So what in your head when you first started, what were you thinking it was going to be like?
Well, I pride myself in being pretty smart and diligent. And so I thought, just stay the course and do it, but you're in control of so many things that you're not in control of.
Right.
And you're working with so many other creatives of just trying to articulate your vision and to get everyone to see that and to see the importance of what you deem important.
Yep.
It's hard.
The leadership role aspect of it.
Yeah.
Having to communicate with people and people's different communication styles.
Yes. And as the owner, founder, whomever you are, you have to spearhead that.
Yeah.
And so you can't drop the ball at any point, and you have to adjust to every single creative that you're working with and respect them too, because they're also a creative. Mm-hmm. And so I've learned that no idea is a bad idea. It's just not the right idea in this moment for me.
that's an important part of everybody has an opinion on how you should do it.
Yes.
So how have you worked through that?
Well, one, I think it's most important to listen. And I love, whether I agree with your opinion or not, to hear it out. Because I feel like there's always something to learn or to take away from that. Mm-hmm. And you just have to stay true to whatever your vision is and pull from people that you really feel have your best interests or that you feel inspired by.
Yep.
Or see where you can learn from that. Mm-hmm. But it's important to not take advice, because it's important to listen and see what people are actually saying.
Yeah.
Or what they feel. Whether you feel it or not, you may know too much about the podcast that you're missing that piece. Mm-hmm. So, but also just staying true to what you also feel too.
Yeah.
And not letting their vision cloud what you want to do.
That is so important. I think with me, everybody has an opinion. Oh, you should do this person. And that's the part that irritates me the worst, is when people say, you should interview so-and-so. Do you know them? Do you have a contact to them? Because if I did know them, they would already.
They'll be on my show.
The episode would have been done.
But I get it now. Even with me giving you advice. And
oh my God, y'all do not want to know. Let me tell you. Let's talk about that story. So, if you follow me on social or anything, I do an event. This was my second year. The first year I did the behind the scenes beauty brunch. And Billie being which was great. It was great. So it was to commemorate my 5-year anniversary of doing the show. And so I'm sitting here trying to put it together. I've never done anything like this. And I'm really trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. And Billie, and I want sponsors. So Billie was the sponsor person. And Billie would be like, oh, did you get a Clairol? And I'd be like, no. Do you know somebody at Clairol? No, but... you know.
In my defense, sometimes I did have a contact.
And he would,
and I did send it.
He would.
And I said, by the way, this is going to be blind, but here's Red Bull.
He would.
See?
But
that's something.
It is. It was. And I appreciate the needed, like, trying to help, but sometimes people's help be like...
But I just wasn't giving an opinion and walking away.
That's true.
It was a justified opinion. Like, hey, Red Bull has given this company money the past. Here's a blind contact. I don't know Suzanne over there, but you should reach out and find Suzanne.
Right. Well, but the thing about it was when Billie did his launch this time, Billie really saw what really goes into it, because he did a launch for Fashion Week. He had everybody attend. He had Angie Martinez, he had Tamron Hall, he had Ego Wodum, he had Renee.
It was a great event.
It was me, Bevy Smith. It was all of your close people, all the people you love. And it was an amazing event, and people celebrated you. You had an amazing DJ. The venue was cute and sexy. It was everything. But what did you learn from doing that?
Well, one, I learned a lot. I reached out to sponsors as well, just like you did. And people don't respond to emails. I don't know if it's because it was Fashion Week or what, but I got a lot of no responses. I'm like, hello?
Right.
Excuse me, anyone there? So, but I learned to pivot.
Yeah.
And you keep going, and just like Derek, I was like, open bar it is.
Open bar.
And we will move forward without the sponsorship.
Yes. I'm very big on open bars. I feel like cash bars are tacky.
I agree. Somebody just had a cash bar wedding. A really big person just had a cash bar wedding. You didn't read about it on social?
No.
So she invited all of her guests. I want to say the wedding may have been
like a celebrity? Or
socialite.
Just somebody?
Let's go with socialite.
Okay, let's go.
And I want to say the wedding may have been in the south of France. And when the guests got there, it was a cash bar. Now, can you imagine traveling all the way to the south of France?
I can't.
Okay. So that's how I felt, having people travel all the way to Midtown to support my new venture.
Yeah.
And expecting them to pay.
Same. Every event I do, if I'm not going to do it right, I'm not going to do it at all. So, my event has elevated. The first one was a brunch.
Yes.
With an interview. This time, the second one I did it was more of a party. And it wanted it
live music guests.
With live music, we had Bilal, who is one of my favorite artists.
Who performed not only one song, he had a whole set.
He did a whole.
So I don't know if there's any money left or who's sponsored.
Baby,
but sponsor Billie Jean Body as well.
Baby, I'm still prostituting. I'm still prostituting to pay that off.
All I could afford.
I gotta leave here now. I got a client. I gotta serve.
But
I
Bilal,
got stuff
shout out
to
to
do.
Bilal.
Shout out to Bilal.
For even doing the event.
Let me tell you, his people were great. It
Those
was a
are
really,
also the most important moments when those artists come back and do things, because those are the people that are your real fans.
Yep.
And appreciate the music.
Yep, and he was amazing. And Whoopi hadn't really known his music, and she fell in love with him. Her daughter loved him, so her daughter was like over the moon, like, you got Bilal, I'm coming. And so it was really a great time. But yeah, but as far as like doing, I want to explain to everybody like why it takes me so long to do the episodes is because it costs money. A lot of money. I pay for this solely out of my pocket. So if you're watching and you want to sponsor Behind the Scenes Beauty, please feel free.
Send a cowboy, send $1. Make it like TikTok.
Right.
Send something.
We're about to put a hashtag something or a
Hashtag
Venmo.
YouTube,
Exactly.
Send all of the things. Because now I know. Now that I'm funding my own thing, I realize, I'm like, Dirk, I'm sorry I was so mean to you before. But you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
I now know how hard it is to fund something not once, but to continue doing it and to have people in your ear of like, when's the next one? When's this? Like we're at McDonald's.
Right. But for you, it's the rollover. We were talking earlier. There was the first phase of the development, but now you're in the new phase of like now taking in the actual orders.
Yeah. Now taking. Luckily, I hired a warehouse, so that piece is a little bit easier. But there's a big marketing piece of getting it to the public and figuring out how people are digesting the product and what they're not understanding with the visuals or the verbiage. There's so much more that goes into just making a product.
Mm-hmm.
If you're smart, you're temperature checking and make sure how people are receiving it and what the feedback is too.
What made you go with body oil?
I think the beauty space is really crowded.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we see the
because everyone would have assumed you would have went with the
Absolutely.
lipstick as a makeup artist or some type of foundation.
And for me, I always wanted a brand, but I had to pay attention to what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of beauty brands are great. Like I use anything in my kit from L'Oreal to Tom Ford, but I also know that there's greatness on either spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
And so because of that, entering the beauty space, being an independent artist, I just knew it would be hard.
Mm-hmm.
And there wasn't really a carved out lane for me. But within body care, I saw that there was a wide open lane. Nobody was speaking sexy. No one was speaking about confident products.
Since you speak of such, we can't even really say we can't even call out the names of your products.
We
because
can't. No, we can call it 90210.
because they are very risque. Some would want to know what made you go with that verbiage for titling your products.
Knowing me, my personality, I think being a rebel is what I lead with. And I just wanted something that was daring, something that was confident, something that just really pushed the envelope to seek people's attention and to be like, whoa, what is that? And once you learn the line, you learn that it has nothing to do with sex.
Right.
While everything about being confident and empowering yourself, and just these are the products that you put on once you gain 10 pounds and you're like, I still want to feel sexy.
Yeah.
Or you've gone through a breakup, and everyone goes through those things, but no one really speaks of it before you have to do your makeup, of being confident enough to leave the house again.
Mm-hmm.
These are your go-to products. These are your make me feel goods. These products are mood shifters. And I just felt like nothing spoke to that space.
So what makes, I'm going to speak on what I think makes your product stand out, but tell me, what do you think makes your product stand out?
I literally, when I made the products, I did so much surveying of people. And I just not only wanted to do things that I like, but I was just like, how China do you like it?
Clearly you weren't using us. Because, okay, so me and Billy work with Bevy Smith a lot. And we used to always say that this oil was given She by Sheree spring, summer, fall.
It took a long time.
He was always talking about it, but we had not seen. And the sad part is that he had prototypes that we never saw. We never saw the prototypes.
You know what it is? When you have something that you're working on, you have to keep it really near and dear to your heart.
We're not near and dear to your heart?
Yes, but you will hear so much noise.
Right.
And so what I did, and I knew my friends are my friends, and I'm like, you're doing great, we love it, can't wait till it comes out.
Right.
I said, no, I'm going to put this in strangers' hands because they don't care.
Gotcha.
And so they're like, too shiny, not soft enough, smells good, but don't love it. Adore this. And I was like, okay, that's the feedback that I need, because my friends are going to be like, it's great, Billie, you're doing amazing. I love your shoes.
Got you. Don't want.
And I was like, don't want that. I need real feedback if I'm really going to take this to market.
Gotcha.
Even though I'm scared every day now that it's in the market.
Gotcha.
But the feedback's been great, but it still has so much more to go.
Okay.
And more feedback to receive.
I had cut you off. So tell me what makes it stand out, though. What were you saying?
What makes this product stand out? For me, I think it hits every pillar of it being, one, a quality product. Mm-hmm. The ingredients are pure. I think the scents are unique. The scents are also, there's 5. And people are like, oh, are you doing too many? But everyone is different. Mm-hmm. And I really wanted everyone to feel seen and find something that they connect to. Like what you like. Sometimes we don't even like the same hair.
No.
So yet alone scents, I wanted us to find something where Derek can be Derek and I can be Billie.
Yeah.
And I think individuality is so important. And in making the product, sometimes you just see there's a vanilla one, and then there's a coconut one, and then that's it. There's no real elevation in market.
Right.
And so with everyone being so different, I was just like, let's figure out something everyone can feel captivated by.
Gotcha. I think one of the things I like about it is that it is not heavy. It's an oil that actually penetrates into the skin. You don't feel like you have a film on. You don't have to worry about if you have on silk and you put
and
that on.
it only took me 300 tries.
If you put on silk, you know, because I'm a person that I'm a greaser. I would grease down like a piece of fried
tank
chicken.
top in the
baby,
summer, a grease chest, and Dirk is
baby,
outside.
Give me shiny, shimmery, shine.
And I'm the opposite. Like, I'm a little bit more modest. So,
yes.
like, give me a little bit of shine.
Yes. But if I wear certain clothes, I realize I can't do that. So that's what I was saying, that I think yours is great with that. And also with the smell, there are some times, and I know a lot of people in my orbit, like working with Whoopi, she can't do scents. So if you have on a strong perfume, or she's like, what's that you got on?
Yeah,
you're burning my nose.
Yeah.
So the good thing is with yours, it's definitely scented, but it's not overpowering. And I think even when we talked about it just in general, you was talking about you want people to be able to still wear their fragrances.
Because some people are committed to their fragrance. And I was like, okay, I want you to have something that you can pair with your fragrance. Mm-hmm. And people are like, I love it. I layer this. And I'm like, perfect. That was the whole purpose.
Gotcha. Okay, Billie, so what else you want to tell us about before we close out this segment of it?
Buy the product. Support Black businesses.
Yes.
Not only buy my
it?
product, but buy every young minority founder's product, because it takes so much work. Literally, I'm looking on the gram now daily. I'm like, who can I support? And I hate that I'm just now so invested. I'm guilty that I'm now just tagging and like clicking Instagram just to support, because I've learned how much it takes to get these products to market. Mm-hmm. And even if it's not something that you can utilize, sometimes I'll get something, if it's a cookbook or something, I'll get it from my mom.
Yep.
Just so like that person has the support and feels seen in purchasing.
Well, with that being said, I mean, they're not all small businesses, but we're going to talk about. But now we're going into our segment called What I'm Obsessed With.
What are you obsessed with?
So right now, I am obsessed with, I went to Bermuda for the summer.
When?
August.
Okay. I didn't have that luxury.
It was a very last minute trip.
Okay.
And while we were there was a guy named Dr. Kawan Brown who does hair care, hair restoration, and all that. Nice. He had a hair oil that has minoxidil in it, which is a very rare thing to find. A lot of minoxidil treatments are the foams, or just the actual type of formula that's very drying on the hair and really makes the scalp itch. His was the first one that I felt like is amazing for Black or people of color hair, because you can actually put that on as an oil and it will not dry your scalp out.
So you've been using it?
I have been using it because I tend to feel a little thin in there, and I'm a person that uses stuff preemptively before it gets to the bad part. So if I even
morning and night,
I just use it in the morning. It might be morning and night. But I mean, the thing about it is he even has like a edge tamer. He also has gummies that have the biotin, but no, the oh my gosh, the what's in like finasteride. Yeah, all of those different. He has it in gummies. So I take that as well. So
and you're just now telling me about this. Okay.
Well, I didn't even know. Well, now you know, and I'll put you on. But I mean, it was mainly too. He has an edge tamer that's like got the products in there too. So I think that's really dope, especially for people that are always putting.
Share the link.
I will definitely have the link on the show. It's here. There.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. So yeah, that's one of the things I'm obsessed with. What are you obsessed with?
I'm a foodie.
Okay.
Those Fruit Riot sour grapes.
Okay.
I hope I like them into winter because the whole summer they've had me in a chokehold.
You know, I saw Eggo had those.
I feel like I told Eggo about those.
Did you put her on?
Maybe.
I felt like she went on. I think she got it from somebody else. We're talking about Eggo wore them.
Okay. Maybe. Or we chatted about them.
Yes.
But I'm obsessed.
I was at her house and I saw like 4 or 5 different packs.
Did she share
in her
with
freezer.
you?
No, I didn't even say anything about
Eggo
it.
has never given me
a cup
of water at the
Well,
house.
at what I'm speaking of, she was getting me the cup of water that she had forgot she had promised to get me.
Okay.
So
maybe I should ask for the cup of water.
You should have asked for the cup of water, but I just happened to notice because she grabbed some ice, and I'm like, oh, okay, she got like 5 bags of them, so they must be delicious.
Did you ask her for a bag?
No, I didn't ask her for a bag, but I went and bought my own.
Okay, so you did not try it with her.
I did not try them with her. But I saw she also had posted it in her story. So when I saw them in her thing, I was like, oh, she really is
They're amazing
about these things. So what do you like about them? Because I thought they were just okay.
Okay, one, it's 45 calories.
Okay.
So that's great.
Right.
It's a healthy snack.
Right.
It's candy and it's fruit all in one.
You know you can probably make that yourself. It's probably like some lemon juice, a grape, and some
It is
sugar.
Actually. Yeah, I don't have that kind of time on my hands.
Baby, put it in an ice cube.
I have
chop
one
it
employee
around.
and like a quarter of assistant throughout the week.
It's something you really can't. But they have it. I had the mango too. Did you have the mango?
I did not like the mango.
You didn't like the mango? I like the mango.
I didn't like the mango as much as the grapes. The grapes.
I actually like the mango better than the grapes.
Remember I said that we're two different people?
All the time.
And this is why I have 5 cents. Because everyone is different. He's mango. I'm grapes.
But what's so
but
funny
here we
is,
are.
Y'all would really need to be in a glam session with me and Billie because we are so different and very rarely. First of all, Billie, you might see him. No wonder he got his own company because Billie is bossy.
That's so not true.
People that know Billie is bossy,
That's so
baby.
Not true.
And let me tell you, Billie
just sometimes has a vision that other people may not see.
And he pushes that vision. And he's so strong with the vision, people just fall in line.
9 times out of 10, it works.
It always works. It's never a question. That's why people just go ahead and respect it because you do have. Because tell us some of your background. Because I didn't even know this about you, that you had a fashion background.
Well, before makeup, I started in fashion. And to be honest, that was just taking too long. And I could always...
What did you want to do in fashion?
I guess styling.
Okay.
I worked for What Not to Wear. Is that show even still out?
Oh my God, I don't think so.
I assisted a stylist on that show. I worked for a couple fashion showrooms, and it just really anyone that works in fashion as a stylist, you know how long it takes.
To be honest, I think when I think of our totem pole of like hair, makeup, and styling, who has it the worst is stylists.
Absolutely.
I would never.
But in the end, the stylists have it the best.
Do
because
they?
they end up making the most money.
Are they?
Absolutely.
Oh, see, I never know.
It also takes more days to do the job.
That's what I'm
prep
saying.
day, there's a return day, and so, but it's a long haul game.
Right.
So with makeup and hair, even when you're starting out in the beginning, as soon as you finish that client's hair, they're going to pay you.
They are.
And so I was like, hold up, you going to pay right now? Okay, styling, that was cool and all, but I just made $300 right here, and this is probably 2012, 2013. I'm like, $300, and I was assisted for no money. Yeah, I'll do your makeup tomorrow.
And there you were.
And there I was.
So, like, I always wonder how makeup artists really start. Like, how do you start
to me,
that whole situation?
and a lot of people are starting via Instagram. I think the best way of starting is assisting. I assisted 2 artists that were detrimental in my success because I learned so much from them. Mm-hmm. You learn set etiquette, you learn product knowledge, and you're just able to pick up different techniques. I assisted Carolina Daly, who's still my friend today, Jessica Smalls, and they were just so welcoming on like ushering me into the business, and you learn what not to say on set, what time to show up, how to pack your kit, all the things that younger artists may not do.
They don't get it
because
today.
we're skipping the assistant role.
I've had this
and we're just
conversation.
like, I do makeup, follow my Instagram page, and then you get there, you're 20 minutes late, you in the corner talking to somebody's husband. It's just like you're doing everything
that you're
that
not
if you
supposed
were
to be
trained
doing.
by an assistant, you would know not to do.
You're treating the talent as though they're your friend and y'all just met. Like you don't know how to treat it in a professional manner. I've had this discussion with Sam Fine. I've had
Who
it
I
with
love.
with our mutual friend, the late great AJ Crimson. We all discussed the importance of definitely assisting, and it's a
Yes.
lost art.
It is so important, and I just feel like as we get more and more in technology, we've lost that step.
Yeah.
And I meet so many artists that have never assisted, or you get stifled in your career that you stop assisting, and you learn so much from assisting.
I think one of the things too that happened too is talent started having access to these people that got these huge
But
followings.
talent has also learned their lesson from picking people just off social media.
Have they?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
I think so.
Because I
think
still feel like they do it with hair.
I think you see that double filter Facetune photo 3 times, AI,
and
challenge.
then only can do makeup on themselves and can't do it
Yes.
on nobody
And
else.
you're
Don't know
like,
how to
"But
work
that
with
didn't look
different
like
skin
that."
tones.
It's like, well,
Gotcha. But I mean, I still feel like they give them those opportunities sometimes.
they do.
and-
But I think more and more celebs have learned.
Well, again, though, I still think they do it with hair, though. They're very much
I can
so.
see that.
If they see someone really doing great hairdos and wigs and stuff, and sometimes those people don't even have, hair knowledge of the
Yes.
scalp and what products to
They're
use.
gonna
and
put
all.
that got to be going
Baby.
and stick that wig down.
Baby.
And you're gonna pray for the best and
Gorilla
hope that
glue
it comes
that.
off tomorrow.
And that's it. Because all they're focused on is the right now. They're not really focused on the health,
Yes.
all of
But I
that.
do think that we'll steer away from that soon, and that education and knowledge is becoming more and more important.
I love your optimism about
Yeah.
it.
Baby, when I just launched this business, autism is my middle name.
Okay.
Okay, it's a prayer in the morning. I'm in the elevator on my way to work like this. Now.
Listen.
I am a changed
I can't tell because
person.
I be seeing your memes and your stories, and you be like, if I give up now, I can still make it.
Literally, if you could only see my screen
right. Let me tell you. Please show that to the camera, because
We can't.
baby, when I tell you one day his phone was laying there and it said "Don't quit," I was
Literally
I
moved.
said, "Oh my gosh!" I said,
It keeps me going.
"That keeps you going."
It literally keeps me going because, baby, every day I think about turning around.
Turn it around.
I'm like, you know what? It's not too late.
You know what's funny is even with this, like, because I hadn't did an interview since Corinne Jean-Pierre, and not on purpose. It was just the summer happened. People aren't around as much, and then of course it's harder to book people. Like you be trying to book people for this show.
They say they're gonna do it.
They gonna
say,
do
"Get to this
it."
person. I'm sure it is so much. Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Yes.
So when people actually do it,
Yes.
I think it's a beautiful thing.
And you know what? When they actually do it, it has me to have to start with the same thing that I say every time. Oh my God, I can't believe we finally get to do this. And I'm like, I feel like that's such a
but you have
repetitive
such
line.
a great range of guests. So like your network seems to be amazing.
But the thing about that is when you started it at a caliber and people, and I get amazing people that reach out to me and say, hey, Derek, I like to be on Behind the Scenes Beauty. But I'd be like, I have to pay for that. And sadly, I'm not in a space where people are tied into me yet. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And people are more so, they watch the show because of the guests. I'm very self-aware. I think that's very important in anything you do, to be very self-aware. And so I'm
Absolutely.
self-aware that people are not watching because they're watching me. They're watching because of who the guest is. And so if you are Pollyanna with your Pollyanna popsicle sticks and you want to talk about it on the show, that's great, but it doesn't benefit me. It just gave you something to have to shoot. And the sad part is, even if I post it on my channel, it's not going to do a Tisha Campbell. It's not going to do Raven Simone. It's not going to do those numbers because they're not watching it just solely because of me. Like, you know, I'm not Wendy Williams.
I get it.
I wish one day.
Soon comes.
Soon come. But right now.
Remember what I taught you.
Listen, don't quit, B.
That's it. Soon
Don't quit. But yeah, when you start at that level, it makes it even harder because you're trying to maintain that level. You know, you're trying to maintain those people that you've had because it's like you can't. It's hard to go back. Yeah. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why the show has been out. And one of the irritating things have been is, and I know they mean well, but people are like, how's the show going? And I'm like,
oh my God, that is the worst question. And I know it naturally just sounds like the right thing to say. It's going.
It is going.
It's going to continue to go, but it's this. And so maybe I'm like, do you have the time? Like, how's the brand? I'm like, the brand is 2 weeks old.
Right, exactly. Give me time to build. Like, for sure, though. But people literally, and then the sad part is it'll be the same person that'll ask me about it every time. Like, if they, how's the show? Who's on the next episode? You know who you should get? You should get Queen Latifah. And I'd be like,
do you know
Queen Latifah? Are you gonna connect me to Queen Latifah?
Okay then.
You know Queen Latifah don't live here, so that's all, even, you know, so it's all those different things.
Before I may not have gotten it, but I get it. So I won't say, Derek, how's the show until I'm like, hey, Derek, here's $20 towards the next episode. Get yourself a coffee before you go on there.
For sure. But to flip it back, the good thing about it is, though, we are pursuing our dreams.
That's it. Which is a blessing.
How does it feel, though, to have something that you put into production and to finally see, especially honestly, to get to your party that night, to see the models that you had chosen and
honestly, it feels amazing. And I say this every day since I've launched it. Sink or swim, I'm so excited to be able to tell this story to every other creative that has an idea, to just do it, to put it out there, to be fearless. And the 2.5 years that it took me to do this, whether, you know, we end up Sephora or Ulta or I close the business in a year, I did it.
Yeah.
And to me, that should be applauded because it takes so much consistency into getting something to the finish line. And I always tell people, if I didn't see others do it, like the success of AJ, of Danessa Myricks, I may not have taken this leap of faith.
Yeah.
And I say I did this so everyone else could do whatever idea they have.
Yeah.
Whether you're like, I always wanted to do it, just do it.
Yeah.
There's something about being fearless that makes you stand up a little bit taller.
Yeah.
And you know, me walking out my house every day, I'm just like, I did it. I was like, sink or swim. I'm like, I don't care. I did it. No one can take that piece away from me that I saw this from start to finish. Exactly. And that the Lord gave me this vision to see it through. And I did it. And I'll do my best to keep it afloat and to keep going. But if this doesn't work, I'm going to go back to my building box, my Legos, and I'm going to build something else.
But it will work, though.
It will.
It will.
But in the event that it was here to teach me something else, I'm going to keep going.
True.
And so that's why when I say don't quit, I'm trying not to, but I'm also eager to learn.
And the thing about it is, you're saying that just because of the amount of work.
Absolutely.
Not because it's like flailing, but it's just...
It's not flailing. It's doing amazing.
Right.
People are loving the product, but it is a lot of work. And to
that people do not consider.
Yeah, and to be transparent, I had a pretty good life. I had a consistent life.
It was fine before this.
It was fine. I had very little hiccups. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I had enough money to eat what I want, buy what I want, take a trip. You know, now I have to consider my brand and the future and just making conscious decisions. And I have something else to think about after I leave my client. Mm-hmm. So I think it will do well. But did I uproot my whole life? I did. And,
Same.
You know, in building the brand, I don't think I was ever thinking about the shift that it was going to cost me.
You know, when I interviewed Tamarin, she said to me that she took the chance and invested on herself. And that's really what this has been.
Literally, as I was making the product, I heard her say that so many times. I literally have it saved in my phone. And she's a great client, a great friend. And when I did it, and I didn't tell her until the last minute. And she was just like, what? Why didn't you tell me? And I was like, well, it wasn't anywhere near to the point of telling you until I had like a tangible product.
Right.
And her advice was just like, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud that you're leaping out and doing this. Again, because she knows that I'm pretty successful now, but to want more, to aspire. And she was like, that's so great. And before I didn't even launch it, it didn't mean that much to me until now that I'm like, you know what? I am proud that I did this.
I am proud
because
of that.
before, we'd be like, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, thanks. It's not even out yet, but thanks. But now I'm like, you know what? This really did something.
Yep.
So I feel good.
Exactly.
I feel so much better now.
You should.
Because even if not for me, it's for every other creative and just leaping and jumping and stretching yourself.
Yeah.
Because like I say, I'm sure there's people that are doing well in their career.
Yeah.
But to stretch yourself and do something that's in the unknown.
And not being a flat person, but being multidimensional and having other, feeling that you can do other things that you don't have to be.
Yeah, and when I say
into
sink or
one.
swim, I say that because in this process, I've learned so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could get canceled for a job tomorrow, and it's like, I don't care because I know that there's tomorrow, there's another opportunity. So it just really has shifted my mindset.
Yeah.
I've also learned just to be more open to receiving others' opinions on something that's me.
Yeah.
And you could be critiquing my makeup, but because I've allowed you to critique my product, I now can receive that so much better.
I try not to take too many advice on. I mean, unless you're a person that does it, but on general,
I don't either, but I've learned to listen. And
well, that's the difference because you're working on a consumer base.
Yeah, no, but even in my work,
right.
I've learned to listen to feedback.
Oh, yeah.
And to not let it affect you by listening.
Oh, true.
I've learned, okay, well, what happened there to make you feel that way?
Yeah.
Or what did I do that could have possibly been perceived like that?
Gotcha.
And from there, I learned on not so much tiptoeing and walking on the eggshells, but more so how my delivery is. Or you may do something, I'm like, Derek,
Because you do have a delivery friend.
I like to consider it a great delivery. Look at the greats like Anna Wintour delivery.
Oh, well,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, she has to stand in magazine for how many years?
You're right.
So somebody has to do it. I also look at it like that, too.
Yeah.
I could stay silent, but, like, if you know something that could help get something to the finish line, it will remiss me not to say something.
Gotcha.
So I'm just like, hey, are those the right shoes for that?
Right.
When I see that Louboutin right there that has a little bit more of a heel, I'm just like, maybe that one.
He's going to give that opinion. Just
and
know
some perceive it as a bad thing, but I perceive it as
I don't mind it. I'm
helping
used to
the
it.
world.
You know what? When we go to work, I don't even come with the. I always say, "What we doing, Billy?" To be honest, if I work with Billy on something, I say, "Billy, what we doing?"
What did you have in mind, Eric?
I say, "You tell me."
But I like a ping pong.
I do.
I like an exchange of ideas because it's an exchange of creative energy.
It's so funny.
And I never say it's just me that has the right answer, but I love an intellectual debate.
Yes, because we did Renée recently for her movie premiere on her movie on Netflix, and it was interesting because they send us the dress, and then they say, "Billy, Derek, what do you think?" And so then Billy, this was the first time that I said, "Oh, I went and bought hair. I was prepared. And Billy was like, "Oh, you just taking control today." I was like, "Well, you know."
And I said, "I love it. Like, what's your idea?" That is how you share a space in a creative space.
That is
and
true.
It's not always about being right, but it's about opening your ears and listening and maybe pulling some inspiration from what Derek had. He walked in the door. He had hair. He had a vision. I saw the dress. I was like, you know what? That actually could work.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And I think it's important, and this is great for anybody that's a creative in the space or in hair and makeup and want to do celebrity or whatever. I think it's important for people to realize that everybody can't be the star, and you should pick who's going to be the star that
Ding,
day.
ding, ding. And to your point, that's how there are a lot of misses on red carpets. There's no synergy. Hair wants to be the star. Makeup wants to be the star.
Yep.
Fashion wants to be the star. Let one lead and the other two carry it home.
Yep.
Like, we all can't sing lead.
Yep.
There can be two backups, and the look is going to be phenomenal.
Yep.
But if I'm like, Derek, we doing finger waves, and I'm going to do this blue smoky eye, and then the client's like, and I want a red lip with this sequence dress.
Sequence
Boom,
dress. Bam.
disaster.
It's a lot. Yeah.
And so I hold no mercy on giving my opinion like that now.
Yeah.
Before I used to be like, oh, I can't say it. No, it was a miss. What happened in that room? Like, why wasn't there a conversation had of like, do we think red lip go with this?
And we've been in rooms where it's been battles too, where it's been like.
But you know what? I think it should be, because those moments live forever.
They're true. That's
and
true.
It's like, bring your argument to the table.
And we're all affected by it, because
absolutely,
we're all waiting on the images to post, to use,
if
to
I feel
further our
strongly
career.
about a look and what needs to happen, I'm going to double down on it until the last minute.
Yeah.
Until we're like, hey, we're going in a different direction. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
And if you don't make the list, that's on you.
That's on you. Yeah, I'm real big on letting whoever take control or be the star. I don't have to be the star. Sometimes it's going to be a bun, and it's not going to get a lot of traction, and it's going to be simple.
But if it completes the look, we've all won. And to me, winning is the most important.
I agree.
I think. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Winning for the client.
Yes.
The overall. I know.
Absolutely.
What you meant. Yeah.
And sometimes I take the back seat.
Yeah.
And I think that's most important on the objective here.
But that's getting past ego.
Yes.
Everybody, you know, and a lot of people, they work so hard to get to those spaces, so they're always fighting to make sure they're seen. And it doesn't have to always be that way.
At all.
Okay, so we're going to end out.
We were honestly talking about your favorite things. We spoke about two things. I said mine was grape, and you said yours was that hair product. That was it?
Yeah, well, you had another thing that you wanted to tell us about. This your favorite. But I already use it, though.
What?
I already use. I told you when you showed them to me. You said you had the teeth whitening strips that are your favorite thing. So how did you come across those?
My client Devine.
And can I just also say that we are not being paid by any of these people to do this. So,
but we would like to be.
We would like to be, but we just saying this, so that means you can trust what we're saying, because there is no money coming from this.
The Snow Series Diamond Teeth Whitening Strips.
Okay, so you was doing her makeup, and you noticed, like, girl, your teeth are white.
Yes.
And she said.
And her boyfriend was like, "Hon, here you go. This is what we use." And I was like, "Thank you." Tucked them right in my pocket, and I love Devine. So, you know, anything she tells me, I'm going to trust.
Devine, which is the Oscar-winning Devine. What's her
Joy
last
Randolph.
Joy Randolph, yes.
And I tried them, and I was like, okay, these kind of good. And I went on Amazon, click, purchase, and I've been buying them ever since.
And so these dissolve in your mouth. How
Yes, they dissolve in 30 minutes, so you can't eat for about 30 minutes. You put them on, I guess like a Crest whitening strip. But to me, I think they're a little better. Okay. They're a little small, so if you have larger teeth, I don't know how that's going to work.
Gotcha.
But I love them.
Okay. What else I was going to say?
You were wrapping up the interview before I...
No. But I was going to say what I have with that is the old school, it's like a container, a canister that has the actual whitening light, like you have the
I'm
gel.
a lot younger than you are. I'm not familiar
you're
with
trying it. He's a trier. He loves to try it. But no, it's the actual gel. You just put it on your teeth, and then you put the light on, and for like, and the light will go until it cuts off. I think it's maybe like 5 minutes, and then
I'm
that's it.
not familiar with this.
Yeah, they have a lot of those. You're not gonna try this with me.
Okay.
You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it, sweetie. In the
Fair
words of
enough.
Bevy. You know that's what Bevy was saying. You're not gonna do it, sweetie.
Oh, Bevy could sit right here.
Yes, she
time.
can. Next episode for sure. Okay, so we're gonna end out on words of inspiration. Like, what's your inspirational thing right now? What are you thinking? Don't quit.
Let me clear on my text messages. This is my word of inspiration.
Okay.
That's it.
Don't quit.
And I think it ministers to so many, because whatever you're doing, don't quit. It's a matter of being fearless, relentless, and just keep going.
Yeah.
And literally...
Relentless. We're not resentless.
What did I say? That's how you know it's time to go. I have 3 jobs. So like,
He does. And he did this last minute, so it's great.
Exactly. But I think, in fact, and we could edit this out. There better be an edit. Let me do this again.
Nope, I'm putting that in there because it's funny.
But don't quit. And I think I've learned the most cliche inspirations are the best.
Yeah.
And you can kind of elevate them and do whatever you need to do, but don't quit.
Yeah.
Don't. Because even me, I think about quitting every day.
You know, I will say I was sitting on my porch the other day, and this guy and these two ladies walked up, and the guy said,
Two ladies and a guy. Okay, this is getting good.
no, they were walking up, and I was on the phone with someone. So it made it even special because the person was somebody that I'm just having a FaceTime conversation with. And the person says to me, "Oh my God, I love your show, and I loved your interview with Whoopi." And I'll get that sometimes. Like, I have been to places, and people will be like, "Oh my God, I watch your show," and I'll be like,
"Really?" It's probably the most rewarding.
That is the most rewarding, because I sometimes, you know what? When you look on there and you'll see, I've had some interviews do 230,000 views or 170,000 views. You just look at that as a number. You don't really realize, like, if you were in a room with even 100 people, if 100 people watch your interview or 100 people buy your product and you put them all in a room, you're like, wow, that's a lot of people. But because we've gotten so used to just seeing it as a number, it really throws us off in a way that we don't really pay attention. So it's interesting.
It is. I always tell people we're just dealing with new times, and we're digesting everything so fast. Literally, someone asked me, not to bring this back to me.
Of course,
I would
it's
hate
all
to
about
be
you.
that person.
Of course.
Somebody said, okay, so what's the next product? What you got for holiday? I'm like, the product's been out in 2 weeks.
But they're used to that turnover.
Yeah. So for you, I get the pressure when people are like, what's next? What's this? And I'm just like, wow.
I actually was reading an article, or maybe it was a YouTube video about Pat McGrath and the turnover of her product and how they were expecting all these new launches every time. And it's like, can we just let the product live?
Whose stuff I love. I love Pat stuff.
But they were just, it's the expectation that, oh, now you got to come out with this palette, and next week you got to have this palette, and it's.
We are just in a rapid hour, and I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
At all. And I'm not even that old. So I feel, don't you answer that. But
I mean, you're not as young as you think you are. That's for sure. Fred thinks he's a spring chicken. He's more like a plucked up.
Are we in the same decade?
Are we?
I don't know, but we'll do that off camera.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it off camera. But yes. Okay. So Billie, I always ask my guests, what do they find beauty in? What do you find beauty in?
How do you have all these questions for me that was, unbeknownst to me?
Well, guess what?
Like, there's not like
that's what I do.
There's not like a sheet that you give your guests prior.
No.
Like, hey, here are the questions that I'm going to ask.
I really don't, actually, because I like it to be conversational.
Okay.
I want you to catch us in the moment.
I've done a lot of shows, and I've never.
We're gonna have to hold on, Bridget.
It's called.
Yes.
In
Hello?
my interview.
Hi, Derek. What floor?
We're on the 4th floor. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, we're on our way up.
All right. Bye.
On that note, I guess we won't answer that question now, will we? Thank you all for tuning in for Behind the Scenes Beauty with the new host, Billie Jean, and my
What do you find beauty in?
I found beauty in people. I think in this job, in this life, we engage with so many people that, speaking of people, Renée, one of the most beautiful souls that I think we've both encountered. And we met literally by chance in Toronto.
And then you brought me aboard with her.
Absolutely. But to say that you just meet so many people that have so many beautiful souls, so many beautiful stories. And I think from pulling from that, that's how I'm able to see beauty. That's how I'm able to wake up and to do this job every day again, to see so much in people, what they've been through or what they're going through, and to overcome that.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, Billie,
Thank you
for being a part.
Thanks for being on my show.
Yeah. Be sure to check out, where can they find you? What's your website?
BillieJeanBody.com. Oh my God, I got to get used to saying that. BillieJeanBody.com. Got it. And you should buy a product today, of course.
I just bought a product, and I just did a whole.
You should buy it like weekly.
I just did a
Don't
story.
you get paid weekly? Buy the product weekly.
Sir, you will get out of my face. I love you all. Please check out Billie Jean Body, and thank you so much.
Watch my next episode next week. I'll be back. I hope.
Bye.
Can I come back?